Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's featured Reddit stories are from Entitled People. Story 1 today is by MD Warka 2000. Woman throws a fit after she loses her turn to see the doctor. This woman signed her name in to see the doctor. She was one of the first people to sign in. I don't know what the conversation was, but she told the medical assistant she was leaving, so we all thought that she was no longer seeing him, so we canceled her and took her name off the list. An hour later, she comes back after a long list of people have signed in, asking to see the doctor for 5 minutes, that she needs her medication and to speak with him about it. We explained to her that she left the office and we canceled her, so now she has to wait in line to see the doctor. She leaves, then comes back several minutes later to proclaim how we have upset her. The manager came out and explained to her that she left. The woman says how she had to go somewhere. The manager says to her that she can't just pop back in and expect to see the doctor ahead of everyone else who signed in after she left. That's not how it works, and it's not fair to the rest of the patients. She said something along the lines of, "I know what I see," and storms out. Why are people like this? Some people are socially awkward and they don't like being in a room full of people waiting to see a doctor. So maybe she's one of those people and she had to leave for a bit because she was uncomfortable waiting in the room. But that is, again, not how it works. You can't leave once you're signed in. Once you're signed in, you're expected to be there to be called to go to the doctor. Just imagine if she signed in and they kept calling her name until she showed up and everybody else had to wait until after her. The system just can't work the way she wants it to. I know what I see. What do you see, Karen? You see nothing. Our next story is by Bunny Slayer 64. You are a monster if you slay bunnies. Tractor Supply, Karen. Not my story, but my daughter's. 3 things to know. 1, she lives in a semi-rural area. 2, she works in veterinary medicine. And 3, she has been raising chickens for several years now. So with the recent issues with egg prices, a lot of people are buying chickens to raise for eggs. The chickens that you buy are actually still adolescent chicks, maybe 2 months old. This has not stopped many people from jumping into poultry husbandry to the point there's a line around the block anytime a supply of chickens is available for sale. Happens my daughter had to go to Tractor Supply recently and the clerk at the register mentioned they had just received a random shipment of 40 chickens and asked if my daughter wanted any. Sure, set aside 4 and I'll pay with the rest of my order. So my daughter finishes her errand and gets to the register. There's one customer, Karen, ahead of her. Karen, I'd like to buy some chickens. Clerk, sure, how many? They work out how many chickens and the price. Mind you, the chicks are right there and Karen can see how small they are. Karen, so how soon will they start laying? Like 2 to 3 weeks, right? Clerk, looking quite puzzled. No, like 8 to 9 months. They're still young. Karen, shouting. 8 to 9 months? That's ridiculous. I can't wait that long for eggs. This is totally unacceptable. I demand you do something about it. Behind her, my daughter was doing her best not to howl with laughter. What did Karen expect, that biology could be set aside just for her? In the end, Karen swept out of the store, swearing and yelling. My daughter was only sorry that she didn't demand to speak to the manager first. I want to say that a story like this is not true, because people can't be that dumb, but we've seen time and time again, especially lately, that yes, they can be that dumb, and often are. It's scary, it's concerning, but it's also funny. Our last story today is by Lookwin 2020. I waited, so can you. I was at my local Walmart and had patiently waited in self-checkout behind about a dozen folks until I was second in line to check out. I only had 1 item, which comes into play later. There were about 5 folks behind me. When I happened to be looking back, I saw this guy, hereafter referred to as EG, with 1 small item in his hand walking towards the line. EG never really stopped in the line, but as he was about 3 to 4 steps behind the last person, he walks past everyone towards the 1 open register. The person in front of me had a basket and couldn't move as fast. I knew what EG was up to, so as soon as he walked past me, I quickly followed. EG went to the open register, scanned his item, and I quickly scanned mine. EG told me that since he had only 1 item, he shouldn't have to wait. I countered that I only had one item too, but I waited until it was my turn. Since E.G. didn't want to pay for my item, he told the attendant to void his item. The person in front of me had gone to another open register, and since I was next, I paid and left. Some folks don't think they have to wait, like the rest of us, so we have to show them they do. I can't stand when people are line cutters, and it happens all the time. It also makes me think of this TV show clip from Dead Like Me. I actually have to watch that series. It's rated pretty well. And there's this scene from Dead Like Me where this woman cuts in front of a bunch of people waiting in line, and this guy comes up to her and he actually confronts her and makes her get to the back of the line. That's the sort of thing that you wish you could do to line cutters, but most of us are just passive good people, so we just let it go. And you want to say something, but you just often don't. And it sucks that they get away with this sort of thing. Our stories for today have come to a close until we meet again. If you enjoy this content, please click like or subscribe or hit the notification bell. It'll alert you when new videos drop. Until we meet again, have an epic day.